being the better version of yourself does not just get downloaded when you click that done button. And that is exactly why you should be watching this video, because I am going to share with you a cheat sheet that you can actually use and put into action as you become the better version of yourself in 2024. I know, you probably have watched a ton of how to get better before 2023 end videos, and I have watched them too and I've learned from them as well. But what I'm going to give you in this video is where I've divided our whole life into 7 different areas that we can upgrade on, and I'm topping it up with an actual action plan that you can use that's practical. Plus, this is like the condensed version of several different videos plus my own experience added to it. So without any blab and delay, let's get started. But before we start, check the description box below for the worksheet that I've given that you can actually download, print and use, or download and just use it like that on your laptop. Don't forget to stick till the end, because the last one that I'm giving, the last area that I am giving is literally ultra pro max important. Number 1, physical. If you don't make time for your wellness, you will be forced to make time for your illness. I mean, if you want to really understand the importance and the value of the popular quote health as well, you should definitely go ask a sick person. But however, we know all of these things, but we just cannot put into action about taking care of our physical health, right? That's the whole point. So what do we do? I mean, even I am a lazy person when it comes to working out. I'm too much of a foodie to quit junk. I'm too busy to catch up on that extra hour of sleep. I have tried multiple workouts and multiple diets and failed several times to stick to it. And that's when I realized there needs to be a subconscious level of mindset shift and not just a surface level grab. These are the 2 mindset shifts that actually helped me be more consistent with my good habits. Number 1, I genuinely started loving my body. I do have body image issues. I don't like certain parts of my body, and I look at the mirror and crib about certain areas of my body. However, what I definitely did was I started being grateful that this body exists. This body, which is a fully functioning body, has given me this life that I am living right now. And that's why I started telling, I absolutely love you. I absolutely love my body that's giving me this life, and hence this is the temple that I live in. This is the tool that I have to function in this thing called life. And that's the mindset shift that I made. When on a subconscious level, I understood how much love I have for my body, that's when I paused and thought, what am I going to put inside my body? What food am I eating? How much am I working out to look after the health of my body? The second mindset shift that I made was I stopped taking up this 21-day, 1 month, 90-day challenges, and I realized that this body for me is going to be there until I die, and hence I have to take care of this body until I die, and this commitment is for a lifetime. With this came another thing where I realized that I cannot possibly give 100% commitment to my health, which is why I follow the 80-20 rule. Every single day I'm allowed to do 20% of random crap. I'm allowed to eat dessert, ice cream, or anything that I want until and unless it's just 20% of what I eat. And 80% of it has to be with fruits and vegetables and fiber and healthy protein. And even on a weekly basis, I'm allowed to just let go of working out and everything for 20% of the time, but on 80% of the time I have to be sticking to my routine. And this itself has helped me stick and be consistent with my routine for the last 3-ish months. And when it comes to physical essence of our life, 2 things come into picture. One is the health, which includes the food, exercise, and sleep part of it. And the other one is our appearance, which includes like our hair, our skin, our clothing, and grooming. So all of this we will need to upgrade in all of these mini areas for us to get a complete physical upgrade of our life, which is what I've given in the worksheet. To check that out and do that activity for you to improve in this area of life. Number 2 is emotional health. Having a good emotional health does not mean, I repeat, it does not mean that you are happy all the time. It only means that you are aware of how to balance and manage your emotions, be it positive or negative. And yes, managing our own emotions is a skill, and not everybody has a skill, which is why we see emotional outbursts, overwhelm, depression, substance use, and so many more such severe situations with human beings. Your better version will definitely know how to manage and process the emotions better, and this is how you can start doing it with tiny steps. Step number 1, start feeling your emotions instead of running away from them, instead of avoiding those emotions, even if they are negative ones. If you are sad about something, if you are angry on somebody, if you are extremely jealous about somebody, if you are really not okay with the kind of life you're living, just first of all, accept and feel those emotions. Let go of that toxic positivity of, oh, let me be happy always, and then really feel the emotions that you're actually feeling. Step 2, process it. Understand your emotions better and kind of notice, why are you feeling those feelings? What is making you to feel those feelings? Pause and reflect about your emotions. Step 3 is to express those emotions without harming anybody in front of you. Communicate to your partner, your friend, your parents, your siblings about how you feel and how the situation that you both are in has left you feeling. Communicating anything with anybody that's right in front of you will actually simplify the situation before you know it. For all of these things that I just mentioned, in the worksheet itself, I have given you some amazing journal prompts that you can pick up and start using. This is not a one-day activity. This is something that you will have to sit with for a couple of days together and actually come up with a solution. The third essence of the upgrade is spiritual. Aham Brahmasmi. In my culture, it means that I am Brahma, or I am the universe. It means that we are all a part of universe and we are the universe ourselves. So connecting to the supreme power, the higher power, the universe or the God means connecting to oneself. So if you are looking for that guiding force, do not look for it outside, look for it within yourself. Before you decide whether this section is for you or not, let me tell you a quick story. Many people would tell me that they hear gut feelings. I have this gut feeling, but I could never hear to my intuition, and I wondered why. But only when I leaned towards spirituality for other reasons, I started to connect with myself better, and I was able to hear my actual gut feelings, based on which I could take the right decisions for my life. So if you are indifferent on spirituality or curious, this could be the starting point for you. And if you're already headed in this direction, I have given all the prompts that you need for the what, why, and how for your journey of upgrading and upleveling your spirituality. Many people mistake spirituality for religion or religious practices, tarot cards, crystals, the astro numero, and whatnot, but in reality, it is just about being that power person with high vibrational energies. It is being open, being calm and accepting, being kind and empathetic, being a non-judgment person to other people and surroundings around us. The tools can be any or many. The whole point is opening yourself up to this thing called universe. And if you have been loving the video so far, don't forget to click that thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and let's move on to the fourth essence of upgrading your life. Fourth one, relationship. Man is a social animal and we need people to thrive. Jim Rohn, an entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker, once said, "You are the average of 5 people that you mostly spend time with." So, this means that you not only have to choose very carefully these 5 people in your life, but you actually have to put in effort to set a healthy relationship with these people. With such good green flag relationships, you will flourish, you will feel good, you will feel loved, cared, and belonged. You will be equipped to fight any wars this world throws at you with this kind of people in your life. In the worksheet, I have given you the circle of a relationship. In each circle, I've mentioned who is the closest in your world. What you have to do is you have to write down the names of the people for each of these circles. And in the next step, what you have to do is you have to write down the different kinds of boundaries you want to set for different circles of people. And then write down the steps to actually implement these boundaries. For example, if you want to stop giving out money to that friend who constantly never gives back their money on time, write down how you can actually tell them a no. If you have a family member who constantly comments on your body weight or that acne on your face, you have to write down how are you going to stop them from doing that next time. Of course, writing them down and actually putting it into practice is a whole different story. It's a lot more difficult, but isn't that exactly what you're working towards? You at least have the steps now. Slowly, with a little bit of courage each time, you will be able to set these boundaries. And whenever you set these boundaries, if the person in front of you does not accept the boundary, they are clearly not fit to be in that circle of your relationship. Sometimes what even happens is trying to set these boundaries and standing up for yourself would mean that you would resurface some of the inner child traumas or other shortcomings of your life up and out, which is great because that's the whole point of becoming the better version of yourself. You have to address these issues and you cannot just bury them inside. So this exercise will definitely help you in more than one way. The fifth one is the career or business. For most of us, career or business is actually the purpose of our life. We spend a major chunk of our life doing work. And if you want to be better at your work, it's quite simple. You just have to figure out what your soft skills are and what are your actual subject matters are and grow in each of these areas. I'm going to keep this quite short and to the point because in the worksheet itself, you have a few activities that you should be doing which will help you upping your game in career. With that, let's move to our next point. Money moves from those who don't manage it to those who do. In the book Psychology of Money, I read that how much money or assets you have is less dependent on the money you earn and more dependent on how you manage the money that you earn. In fact, we find enough examples about this in our day-to-day life itself. You could see a few middle-aged men of same jobs, but they have different kind of lifestyle and different kind of assets and money, and that is because they probably have managed money differently. See, I am no financial expert, I am learning and I'm a beginner myself, but I can share you what I do with my money. I first take out a part of my business revenue as my salary and then I split it into 4 buckets. One for my expenses, one I save it as a liquid cash, the other part that I put into mutual funds and the other part I put into stocks directly. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you is don't put all your money into one single type of savings. Instead, split it into at least 3 different types of investments and savings. One that you can immediately pull out, one that has a medium risk with medium returns, another one that has high risk with high returns. You can watch this video to learn a little more in depth about how I manage my money completely as a beginner player. And of course, you can watch more videos about this on the internet. Moving on to the last but the most highly important and underrated and neglected areas of the adult life, leisure. Leisure is to recharge and rejuvenate. However, we always end up not having time for this. But hey, think about it. Do you really have time to do the dishes? Do you really have time to attend that meeting? Do you really have time to go out for dinner? We don't, but we make time for those. We make time to do the dishes because we goddamn have to do the dishes. Similarly, you have to make time for your leisure, because if you do not do, what is the whole point of life? What is the whole point of living a life and struggling to build this thing called life? In fact, a break from everything is necessary. When I say that I have this beautiful morning routine where I get to exercise, journal, pray and walk and do all of these good things, I also take break from my regular routine, and because I take enough break, I am able to stick to these routines long enough. Leisure and break from everyday chores, work and responsibilities is extremely important to fill your cup. Please don't take this lightly. The whole reason why I retained you into coming to this last point and keeping this as a last bit is because it's that important. To plan your leisure, I have created this extremely fun activity in the worksheet where you have to choose 1 to 3 things in different areas. One is your favorite childhood hobby, the second one is solo date ideas, and the third one is never have I tried before. So you would have somewhere around 4 to 9 activities written under each of these sections. Whenever you have some extra time in your life, pick and choose any of this, whichever is more comfortable for you to do, and that will give you such an immense refilled, recharged feeling. The next thing that you have to do is fill in daily, weekly and occasionally part of the leisure as well. So what are you going to do on a daily basis? What are you going to do on a weekly basis? What are you going to do occasion? So this as well will actually set the base for you to start taking leisure more seriously and like block your calendar for leisure specifically. That's all you gotta do to go from 14 Pro to 15 Pro basically to upgrade your life. If you enjoyed this video, I'm pretty sure you will like this video as well. Don't forget to watch that. And I have been slightly feeling disconnected from YouTube, which means your love would really mean a lot to me and which will make me motivated to do more such videos. So drop your love in the comment section below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Until next time.